Good morning, everybody. Today is Motivation Monday, and on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the power of networking and how you can incorporate that in your life this week to grow your brand, to grow your channel, or to grow your mind. Stay tuned. Hey there, welcome back. My name is Jacob Billett. I'm the CEO of Billett Enterprises, and today is Motivation Monday. First of all, I'm going to have a lot of new viewers seeing some of these videos, so if you are a new viewer or new subscriber, thank you so much for being here, and hopefully this can add a little bit of value to your life. Now, this is kind of a special video. I just broke 600 subscribers as of this morning, and so for all the new people here and all for the subscribers that have stayed with me since I've started this YouTube journey here for the past about around 3 months or so, I've been a content creator. I really appreciate it. So let me know from what you see on these videos, if there's anything that you like, if there's anything that you don't like, is there things I can do better, please let me know. Now, this is a little bit different of a Motivation Monday video because I'm filming it in my studio right now. Typically, I film this before I go to the gym in the morning. However, I'm changing my schedule around just a little bit because of the baby. We just had a kid, so the kid's about 2.5 months old now. So we're trying to, juggle that. And then obviously, we run multiple companies, multiple businesses. We manage multiple companies. And so me training in the morning has been good, but me and my wife can't train together because of the kid during that time. So, I'm trying to train midday right now. I'm not really a huge fan of it right now, but it is what it is. So I'm going to try it out. So, again, my uploading schedule is a little bit off. But hopefully we'll be changing it. So anyways, you're here for networking, right? So what is networking? Networking is when you reach out, you talk to other people, you get affiliated with other people and other things outside of your sphere of influence, right? Outside of your echo chamber. We see a lot of compartmentalization in today's world. We see a lot of people that do not expand out of their sphere of influence. They do not expand out of their comfort zone, and this has detrimental results into things that you're trying to achieve in life, right? For example, if you're launching a business, right? A lot of people, they try to go after their friends and family in their sphere of influence when they launch these new businesses, be it MLM, be it whatever, independent contractor for something, whatever, and a lot of people, they don't ever really spread out from that. And that's when marketing and advertising and stuff like that really comes out. But a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people that are trying to get in a business or trying to build their brand or are personalities and they're trying to grow on YouTube, they don't understand the power of reaching out to people that have different spheres of influences, right? When you reach out and you connect with other business owners, right? And this is really important for business owners that's why they have Toastmasters and Rotary clubs and stuff like that within the community, to where you can get outside of your sphere of influence. You can talk to somebody. You can either build up a collaboration or a relationship with people that are completely outside of it. And now you are gaining access to their sphere of influence. You're getting access to their fan base or to the people that they influence or people that trust them. So if you have a product and they really enjoy your product and they become a raving fan, and that's a big thing too, is creating raving fans for your products or services or whatever you represent, then they're going to disseminate that information down their channels, right? People are going to see the product, think it's cool, and you're the person that they need to go to, right? Or you can learn. Here's another thing. Don't surround yourself by people who are exactly like you. That is a very ignorant thing to do, because the world is a lot bigger than a lot of people think. The world has a lot more to offer. The world has a lot more diversity than what a lot of people think. So when you stay within your comfort zone, you stay within, the people that are always going to agree to what you do, it stagnates growth. Right? It stagnates mental growth. It stagnates your maturity. It stagnates the way that you can handle certain situations. You need to go out and see other sides of things, right? You need to go out and see why other people think the way that they do, because that makes you a more well-rounded individual. It helps with your coping mechanisms. It helps either solidify your stance on certain things or see things in a different way, because guess what? You don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. I've got degrees and diplomas and awards and accolades all over my office. I'm still really, 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 really ignorant on a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I have not seen or I've gone through in my life that I can always learn. So I'm always, always open-minded, right? And this, again, allows you to appeal to a larger audience because you can understand where other people are coming from, and you can enter into dialogue. I love entering into dialogues with people that have a different belief system than me. And sometimes it changes my stance on certain things, right? And there's a silver lining between all of that, because if you're trying to build a brand, if you're trying to build up yourself as a personality, if you're trying to really expand and get your hands onto more things, you need to be able to appeal to more people. Now, this doesn't mean that you virtual signal. It doesn't mean that that you start, licking boots and blowing smoke up people's butts. That's not what that means. That means that you need to have the mentality, the intelligence, the experience, and the empathy, and be able to hear other people's sides of things. I have friends, and these are legitimate friends of mine, that do not think the same way that I do. They don't share the same beliefs that I do, right? They don't share either when it comes to political, when it comes to economy, when it comes to even running a business. Some people think very different than me, but yet they're friends because, again, they're not bad people at all. Doesn't make them a bad person because we see things differently. We have both learned from each other. We have both tried each other's strategies. Sometimes a strategy for a particular business model is not going to work in another business model. So, for example, if I have somebody who's running a mechanic shop, and I do, actually, I got a really good friend of mine that owns a mechanic business. The way that he runs his business is a little bit different than I run mine. Right? The priorities are a little bit different. I disagree with how he does inventory. I disagree with a lot of things. I disagree with his marketing, right? But again, he's got a monopoly. He's in a very, very, very small town in rural Nebraska. And so the people don't have any other choice. They have to go to him, right? And he talks about maybe expanding or getting rid of it, or bringing somebody on board to take over the business so he can retire. And I'm all for that. But he talks about it and he says, no, I'm just going to work until I die, right? I completely disagree with that mindset. But again, it makes him happy. It's his identity, whatever. We're really, really good friends, And again, like, there's things he does really well, like his customer service is top notch. I love how he deals with people for the most part. If you come in there and you've got an attitude, he'll tell you to kick rocks. He'll kick you out. Like, he will legitimately kick you out of his business. He doesn't care. Right? So again, but yet everybody has something you can kind of learn from. And again, that's the power of networking, right? Is to get exposure for different things. And it goes much, much further than trying to just get ahead or grow your influence or grow your network. It does help with that, but there's a lot of different layers. It goes a lot deeper than that. And again, the most ignorant people I've ever met in my life are people that do not remove themselves from echo chambers. They have to censor everything. They need their safe space. They're afraid of everything. They don't travel. They don't go anywhere. And not just that, but they go with these preconceived notions and these stereotypes to yet they have a wall to where you cannot penetrate. You cannot get in. You cannot tell them something because either A, they know everything. And if you're going through life and if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you don't know everything. 60s. You'll never know everything in the world. Now, you'll become more learned. You'll become more well-rounded. You'll become more intelligent. You'll become more book smart and street smart. And you'll know a lot of things. But you never know everything. And so when you go through life thinking you have every single thing figured out, you're ignorant. And not just ignorant, you're arrogant on top of all of that. Because you have to always be teachable. You have to always be teachable. You have to always take in the facts, take in things, and figure out, get your conclusion. Don't have a preconceived judgment on everything. And you need to be teachable. Because once you stop learning, you become very, very, very stupid. And that is the power of networking. So for me, wrapping this video up, homework for everybody here, that's my subscribers, old and new. First of all, let me know what you think about the video. Second of all, how are you going to network this week, right? How are you going to get your name out there? How are you going to learn, right? What can a network do for you this week? What networks have you affiliated yourself with already that has helped you, that has maybe changed preconceived notions and thoughts? What types of networks have you plugged into or looking to plug into this next week? So again, homework is to go out and to learn something new, to become a part of a new community that you have not been exposed to before, and see what it brings you. Right? You'll be really, really surprised. There's a lot of very intelligent people that may have different viewpoints than you that you can actually engage into significant conversation that could lead into great relationships, right? And then also on the business side of things, it can bring your business or what you stand for into this new community that can expand your business. They can expand whatever kind of project that you're working on. And there's a lot of people that can benefit from that. If you have a good service, if you have a good service, or if you're putting out good information or good content and people can watch it and people can benefit from that, it's kind of your duty to get that content in front of as many people as possible. Even if they have a lot of differing opinions, if your content at its core is beneficial content, it is non-biased content that can help people, then that's your opportunity to help even more people. And then again, at the end of the day, you have your personal relationships and you have your professional relationships, so it doesn't mean that you have to identify with everybody at a personal level. It doesn't mean that at all, right? Even when it comes to friendships, right? There's some people that live personal lives that I don't necessarily agree with, but it's their personal life, man. Like it's what they do on their free time behind their doors in their home is them. It has had nothing to do with me, right? Now, if I'm working with them on a professional level, I expect them to act as professionals. And a lot of times people do. I don't care if they party every night. I don't care if they're single in their 30s and they're at raves and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're, recreational drug use. I don't care. None of that matters to me. Who am I to impose my will on somebody's personal life? If they are not affecting my life, liberty, or happiness, I don't give a damn what they do. I don't care. I'm not going to have everybody live up to my standards on a personal level. There's things that I do in my personal life that people don't like. So what? That's fine. If we're building a professional relationship, and not just that, like even personal relationships, what I do behind closed doors in my personal life is nobody's damn business but mine. If I care to share it, then it's out there in the world. But again, you have to understand that everybody's different and everybody's unique and everybody has their thing, right? So again, that's a topic for a whole nother conversation. So again, the topic was networking. Go out, reach out, learn something new, become part of a new community, engage, and see where it goes. And brownie points if you can go out and if you can network with a community that's different. That is obviously different than what your current viewpoints are. You can do this politically. You can do this business-wise. You can do this sports team-wise. Sports teams, I guess, is kind of a stupid example because that's completely emotionally fueled and doesn't really do a lot of good for anybody. But go in and I guess politics is probably one of the best ways to do it. But I wouldn't go to to identity politics. Identity politics is trash. Right? When people align their identity with a politician and they're holier than thou, right? Like that's kind of a bad environment to get into, but get into more like the micro and macro politics, where you're not really talking about politics. You're more talking about ideas, right? Like, ideas for new government, or ideas for taxation, or ideas for different programs and different strategies and solutions when it comes to some of the world's problems, and engage with that and have an open mind. Because again, if you have an open mind, you can always stick to your guns. And, if you have a superior argument due to facts or whichever, that's perfectly fine. But there are people, it's hard sometimes to find somebody that has that caliber of either intelligence or background, or well read, for lack of better words, that really understands the subject matter. But let them present their points and take a look. And again, I mean, there's a lot of really good ideas from both either opposing parties or whatever, that there is kind of some common ground in a lot of different things. And you'll find that in a lot of networks. But again, you won't be able to see, see the issue from another angle if you don't spend time viewing things at that angle. So that's why, again, when you network and you connect with people that see things a little bit differently, it could, bring more awareness to the topic to you. And that is something that I think a lot of people need to do. So again, my name is Jacob Billett, CEO of Billett Enterprises. Today was Motivation Monday. I really hope a lot of you guys get out of your echo chambers and out of your comfort zones and go out and see things a little bit differently, engage with people that see things a little bit differently, and I guarantee you it will make you a more educated, more well-rounded individual that will help you in business and in life. So again, I will see you guys all on the next episode. Thanks for being here.